Hello, Hazmat Users here. I know it's been a while since my last review, but I just had trouble figuring out what to do. It's a common thing for some reviewers to suffer for a bit of a rut when it comes to choosing what you want to do for a review. You have to sort of think about what you want to decide, what you want to talk about. And then that happened to me. But then I realized there's this one movie I saw during my holiday break that I was doing for just, seeing random movies just to say I've seen them. And it really blew me away. And that was the Studio Ghibli movie, Kiki's Delivery Service. Now, look, I'm trying not to, I don't want to get copyrighted by Ghibli because I know they're very strict. So, let's just hope I don't gain any trouble. But anyway, so this is I think the fourth or fifth movie that Studio Ghibli released, and I think perhaps the fifth or sixth movie Hayao Miyazaki ever directed. So, I mean, he's still going, he's making one more movie. I know most people thought he was going to retire after The Wind Rises, and that was happening, but he's come back for one more. And who might complain? It's all great, but we're here to talk about Kiki. So, Kiki's Delivery Service is about a young girl named Kiki. She is a witch, and she's just into the age where witches are allowed to leave home and travel the world and find a place to settle down and learn independency. So, on one night, she and her pet black cat Gigi fly off to find a place to settle down and learn some real life and learn her purpose in life. She comes across this town, which I guess has a sort of French feel. I'm guessing. The music sort of feels like it's a French feeling. So Kiki arrives in this town, in this city that has this French feeling, at least I get, and she meets this baker who not only takes her in but offers to help her out. It's there that Kiki decides to use her broom to create a delivery service where she flies packages from multiple places, from people to people in the town, not just with the delivering bakery goods, but also other stuff as well. And that's basically all you get. I know it doesn't seem like much considering Miyazaki's other movies, but it's very similar to My Neighbor Totoro, where you don't have much, but what you get is enough. The story is really good, honestly. I find it flows really nicely, and it's really helped out by the coming of age themes in this. I feel like this is a movie that really handles growing up very well, and it feels natural. Everything that Kiki learns changes her, and she learns so much. I think this is further helped by the characters themselves are all really likable. So I should say relatable. They're all very relatable. A lot of them are likable. I think there's one person that does give Kiki a bit of a hard time when she makes a delivery. I'm not sure if I'm that big of a fan of her, but I can relate to her, honestly. And it's further helped that of course I've seen the dub, the second dub, the Disney one, and the dubbing is handled pretty well. Kirsten Dunst plays Kiki, and she is absolutely amazing in this. I mean, I know most people think of Kirsten Dunst as her, shall I say, annoying portrayal of Mary Jane in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, but this is definitely this should be considered one of her best performances, perhaps the best. Yeah, she's amazing in this. All the other actors are also great in this too. Debbie Reynolds appears in it, and she's good. Janine Garofalo is also in it, and she's also great as well as an I think Janine plays an artist that Kiki meets. And then, of course, there's Phil Hartman as Gigi. Now, there are two interesting things about this. First off, this is one of Hartman's final roles before he was murdered. So, yeah, there's that bittersweet thing, and this movie is dedicated to him. Also, now Gigi in the Japanese version is female, because most cats in Japanese films are often considered female, but in Western audiences cats can be interpreted as both male and female. Honestly, I get the feeling that maybe Gigi I'm not sure where Gigi's gender lies. It's not like the cat returns, where the cat that Andy Richter voiced is clearly female, but they've got a male voice actor. This can be interpreted in many different ways. I kind of lean toward male because he has a the cat eventually gets a girlfriend and settles down with her in the end. Spoiler alert, but it's kind of hard to tell. But honestly, I think I don't really mind. Phil Hartman did a really good job for being one of his final roles. But I will get into a little thing with that later. The music is absolutely amazing. I love the music. And it's further helped by the songs Soaring that plays in the beginning of the movie, and the song you're hearing right now, I'm Gonna Fly, at the end. They're absolutely amazing. I love them in the dub. The animation, amazing. Some of Studio Ghibli's best work. And considering it came out in the 1980s, it's still amazing. It really is still great and grand. I do think there's a bit of you can definitely tell there's a quality shift in the animation when the credits show up. But nah, that's just nitpick. Honestly, it's perfect. The animation's just amazing. The flying scenes, wow. You just feel like you're completely in the air. I don't know what Studio Ghibli does, but it makes you feel like you are flying. Just the shots and the gravity of each scene, it's just amazing. Hang on. Yeah, I don't know how. It's just this and probably How to Train Your Dragon are probably the few anime movies where I pretty much feel like I'm actually flying in the scene that's showing it. I don't know what they do, but it's absolutely amazing. And it's funny, we've got a 2D animation and with Kiki, and a 3D animation with How to Train Your Dragon. The whole trilogy, that is. That makes me fully believe I'm flying with them. So yeah, I love this movie. I do have two problems. Okay, they're nitpicks actually. Two nitpicks. First off, the climax in this. I don't know. Does this film really need it? Yeah, it does sort of help motivate Kiki, and it ties into the journey that she's going through. But you don't know. Maybe there could have been other ways. Or maybe they could have felt of a more original premise with the climax that they aim for. And as I said, well, I think Phil Hartman does a really good job in this. I don't know why, but something just makes me feel like that his death sort of left there's still a few more lines that they wanted him to do, but they had to cut it because they had to change a lot because of his death. I just don't know. I have not seen the Japanese version, so maybe it's the same in both ways, but I don't know. It's just I feel like, especially with the final line that Gigi gets in this, I don't know why. It made me sound a bit like it was reused. I say I don't know. But overall, Kiki's Delivery Service is an absolutely amazing movie. If you're fans of anime, you should watch it. If you're fans of Miyazaki, watch it. Fans of... well, just watch it. It's a masterpiece. I give it a 10 out of 10 half stars. I definitely consider it a great movie. So what's next for my review channel? I'm thinking about either video games or books, I promise. In the meantime, as soon as this is out, I'll catch you later. Bye.